We had genius. A fifth wheel that parked for you. Doors that opened like a Rolls Royce. Headlights that literally popped from the hood. We destroyed every single one. Why? We're too stupid to handle brilliance. Modern cars? Backup cameras, lane assist, cute. But the features we had? Pure genius. Then we got careless, broke them, or just couldn't handle the responsibility. Buckle up. You're about to get mad. 15 car features dead because of human stupidity. We broke some. Misused others. The rest? We didn't deserve them. Let's count down the carnage. Number 15, suicide doors. Hinged at the rear, opened backward. In the 1930s and 40s, peak luxury. Getting in and out? Effortless elegance. The 1960s Lincoln Continental perfected them. Center opening doors, massive drama. You didn't arrive, you made an entrance. Lincoln brought them back in 2019, killed them again by 2020. Why'd they die? We couldn't be trusted. Pop open while driving and the wind rips it off, dragging you with it. Safety laws came in, suicide doors went out. Number 14, fifth wheel for parallel parking. 1930s, Brooks Walker said, enough. His solution? Add a fifth wheel under the car. This hidden wheel dropped down, lifted the back end, shoved the car sideways into the spot. Patented 1938, demonstrated on a Packard. People lost their minds. 1950s, he tried again with Cadillacs and Packards. His park car system made those boats shuffle sideways like crabs. Perfect parking every time. Why don't we have it? Expensive. Ate half your trunk. Car companies didn't want to redesign. Then power steering arrived. We chose good enough over genius. Number 13, floor-mounted high-beam switch. 1940s to 1970s, you didn't flip a stalk. You tapped a button on the floor with your left foot. Hands on wheel, eyes on road. Dashboards back then had more knobs than a kitchen stove. Floor switch cleared space and made total sense. Smart design that actually worked. What killed it? Late 1970s, everything moved to the steering column. Easier to wire, cleaner design. But if you heard a click under your foot today, you'd panic. Number 12, pop-up headlights. Car's ultimate party trick. Sleek hood one moment, next moment headlights rise like the car just winked. Corvettes, RX-7s, Miatas, instant cool. First car with hidden headlights? 1936 Cord 810. You cranked them open by hand. Not high-tech, but it set the stage. 1962, Lotus Elan rolled out with the first powered pop-ups using vacuum. Sometimes they'd fail, one eye open, one closed. Not exactly intimidating. Pop-ups became a design trend for decades. Then safety regs cracked down on sharp edges. Plus expensive to fix, added weight. We killed the coolest headlights ever. Number 11, car phone. Before Bluetooth, before smartphones, before Nokia bricks, the ultimate 1980s status symbol. If you had one, you were living in the future. These were bulky, wired into the car, mounted in the console like life support. Wild part? First wireless car phone call was made in 1946 inside a Chrysler. Equipment built by Galvin Manufacturing, later Motorola. But it was a mess. Calls cost a fortune, coverage barely existed, hardware ate half your trunk. By the 1980s, tech caught up. Networks improved, gear shrank. Car phones became the accessory. Business execs had them. Celebrities flaunted them. Hollywood's "this guy is rich" signal. But portable cell phones got smaller, cheaper, worked outside the car too. By mid-90s, car phones went from ultimate flex to expensive paperweight. Real quick. Number 10, ashtrays and cigarette lighters. In the 1950s, smoking wasn't just common, practically mandatory. Almost half the country smoked. One Camel ad bragged, more doctors smoke Camels. Car makers built interiors around smokers. 50s through 70s cars had ashtrays in every row. Driver got one in the dash. Passengers had them indoors, armrests. Fancy models? Illuminated. The cigarette lighter was genius. Spring-loaded coil heated when pushed, popped back with a click. One of the first standard features. Until you accidentally touched it and branded yourself. By the 80s and 90s, smoking declined. Nobody wanted their new car smelling like an ashtray. The lighter and ashtray disappeared. We traded convenience for health. Actually a good call. Number 9, vent windows. Those little triangle windows in front doors. Before AC was affordable, drivers relied on vent windows to stay cool. Crack one open, get a nice breeze without the chaos of rolling the whole window down. Simple but effective. Hot day? Angle it right, scoop in fresh air like a built-in fan. Smokers loved them too. Light up, exhale, vent window sucked smoke out like a chimney. Car stayed fresh, passengers happy. You looked like an aerodynamics genius. Then air conditioning arrived. Vent windows went from must-have to cute triangles nobody needed. We traded manual ventilation for climate control. Can't be mad about that one. Number 8, bench seats. Front seats weren't split in two, they were one big couch. Pre-1990s? You remember piling 3 people across or sliding over next to your date. These blew up in the 1950s, stuck around for decades in big American sedans. Families loved them, fit more kids up front. Back when car safety was basically, hang on tight, junior. Couples loved them too. Nothing screams romance like shoulder to shoulder in the Oldsmobile at 40 miles per hour. Peak date night vibes. Then the 1990s happened. Cars got serious about safety. Seat belts, airbags, stronger frames. Plus people wanted cup holders, center consoles. Bucket seats won. Bench seats kicked to the curb. Number 7, record players. Before Spotify, CDs, cassettes, car makers thought, what if vinyl records in your car? Chrysler tried first in 1956 with Highway Hi-Fi. Compact record player under the dashboard, designed for 7-inch discs at slower speed. Up to an hour of music per side. Pretty futuristic for the 50s. But reality hit hard. Cars move. They hit bumps, potholes, railroad tracks. Record players hate that. One rough patch and Sinatra wasn't singing, he was stuttering. Plus you couldn't use normal records. Special discs only. Other companies like RCA and Philips tried in the 1960s. Didn't work. Cassette tapes arrived, smaller, tougher, way more practical. We killed vinyl in cars because physics won. Number 6, Landau bars. Shiny chrome bars slapped diagonally on back pillars of old luxury cars. You might have thought they served a purpose. Nope. 100% decorative. Pure car jewelry. The design comes from horse-drawn carriages in the 18th and 19th centuries. Back then, bars were real hinges letting the roof fold down. The OG convertible. Cars copied the look and made it useless. By the 1920s and 30s, luxury cars like Cadillacs and Lincolns wore Landau bars proudly with padded vinyl roofs. 70s and 80s? Staples on personal luxury coupes and big American sedans. Eventually, Landau bars fell out of style as car design shifted toward sleeker, aerodynamic shapes. Today, they mostly live on in funeral cars and limousines. We killed them because fake luxury got old. Number 5, vinyl roof. In the 60s and 70s, car makers had an idea. Make a car look like a convertible without it being one. Slap vinyl on the roof, call it luxury. Automakers loved it, gave regular sedans an upscale vibe without costing much. Buyers loved it. The automotive equivalent of a fake Rolex. Nobody had to know it was just plastic. Some cars had vinyl on part of the roof. Some went full wrap. Impressive at first. But vinyl could crack, fade, or peel, especially in harsh weather. Moisture got trapped underneath, leading to rust. By the 80s, people realized a normal painted roof was cleaner, cheaper, didn't peel like a bad sunburn. Vinyl tops disappeared. Function over fake flex. Number 4, white wall tires. Back in the day, if your car had white walls, you weren't just driving, you were styling. Shiny paint, chrome trim, bold white rings. Instant class. The look came from practicality. Rubber isn't naturally black, it's off-white. Tire makers added carbon black to make them last longer. But people loved that crisp white edge. Then the 70s and 80s rolled in. White walls suddenly looked like grandpa's fashion choice. People wanted sleek, modern, sporty black walls or low-profile tires. White walls went from high society to retirement community overnight. Number 3, Fender-mounted mirrors. The long-distance relationship of car parts. Technically functional but way too far away to be practical. Instead of by your door, they chilled on the fenders halfway to the horizon. The logic? Mirrors further forward meant drivers wouldn't turn their heads as much. In theory, less distraction, wider view. In reality? Adjusting them meant incredibly long arms or getting out every time. Japanese cars loved the setup through the 1960s, 70s, even into the 80s. By the 80s, car makers finally went, "This is dumb," and put mirrors back on the doors where they belong. Fender mirrors, fun to look at, not fun to use. We killed them for convenience. Number 2, column shifters. 1938, cars in the US saw a massive change. Instead of a gear stick on the floor, it was jammed onto the steering column, poking out like a weird extra lever. The idea was genius back then. Cleared the middle so you could fit 3 people across the front bench seat. Automakers bragged about all that extra space. Even though your middle passenger ended up with legs in each footwell. But as cars got fancier, people realized they didn't want to sit 3 across like sardines. They wanted cup holders, armrests, stylish shifters by their side. Column shifters started feeling outdated. By the 1980s and 90s, column shifters were on life support, clinging to trucks, minivans, police cruisers. Once the cleverest invention, now as outdated as a flip phone with an antenna. We traded practicality for style. Number 1, luggage racks. Before SUVs with giant trunks and fold-flat seats, families had a problem. Too many kids, too many bags, trunk the size of a shoebox. Solution? Bolt metal bars onto the roof. These were basically DIY shelves for your car. Suitcases, camping gear, fishing poles, grandma's rocking chair. If it fit, you strapped it on. And you never trusted those bungee cords. Half the drive was dad squinting in the rearview. Their popularity took off in the 1950s and 60s, right as road trips became a big part of American life. Luggage racks were the unsung heroes that made those vacations possible. But as cars got bigger and station wagons, later SUVs, became go-to-family rides, luggage racks started disappearing. We didn't need roof storage when trunks could fit everything. We killed them with better design. So there you have it. 15 car features that died because of us. Some because we were careless. Some because we got lazy. And some? We just weren't smart enough to appreciate genius when we had it. Which one makes you the maddest? Suicide doors? Pop-up headlights? That fifth wheel that parked for you? Drop a comment and let me know which feature you wish was still around. And if this video got you fired up, smash that like button and subscribe to Easy Auto Bro for more automotive truth bombs. We're just getting started. Thanks for watching, bro.